Hello, this is Dr. Wells with Wells Medicine, and I wanted to talk about an analogy that I use all the time, which is the visualization of the mountain. So for some people, this is a mountain. Some people, this is a marathon. But when we're talking about goals, when we're talking about motivation, a lot of people set up their goals as a giant mountain. So they're looking at the whole big giant thing and saying, well, if I can't get all of it done, then I don't want to even start. And I see this with people who don't want to look for a job or don't want to change jobs from an unhealthy job environment, or they don't want to start dating because they're not sure they'll be able to find someone to get married, or they don't want to try and make friends because they're not sure they'll find a best friend, or they're not sure they want to go back to school because they don't think they'll graduate. There are all sorts of ways where we can set up a goal as such a huge goal that it really feels almost impossible to do when you're first getting started. And similarly, there are lots of goals that people set up where if you don't succeed to the top of the mountain or you don't finish the entire marathon, you've kind of failed. So I'll see this a lot in high schoolers who will kind of consider themselves a failure until they've graduated high school, or college students that kind of consider themselves not succeeding or not successful until they've graduated or until they've gotten that job after college. Sometimes I'll see this in young people where they have a job or they haven't gotten the job that they want yet or the salary that they want yet. And until they get that, they're kind of considering themselves a failure. So I think of this as kind of a goal that's a giant mountain or a goal that's a giant marathon. And I think it's really, really, really important that our goal shouldn't be to get to the top of that mountain. It should just be to take the next right step. Whatever that is, at that moment, it's just the next right step. So even though we may not all be able to run 26 miles or climb to the top of a giant mountain, we can all, in our own lives, in whatever situations or circumstances we find ourselves in, take just the next right step. And if we focus on just the next step, just the next footstep, we can all do that. It's a very small, much more accomplishable goal, and we're really celebrating progress and not perfection. And I think that it makes it a lot easier to be okay with wherever those footsteps take us instead of focusing on a specific mountain, a specific goal that may or may not be the right one for us by the time we get there. So I really just want to encourage everyone, just think about the next right step, not the giant mountain in front of us. Because a giant mountain is very discouraging. You may not even want to start climbing up that mountain, but the next step is very doable.